Hi everyone, Monique here, LittleGemsCreations1. Today we are going to be making a extra small waffle stitch dog sweater, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, LittleGemsCreations1. Today we are going to be making an extra small waffle stitch dog sweater. So you are going to need a 5mm or 5.5mm crochet hook. My pattern, which is in the description, says 5.5mm, and that works too. It'll just be a little bit of a looser stitch. I'm using a 5mm because it's honestly my favorite crochet hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and yeah, I think that's about it. So let's get started. We're going to start by crossing our yarn, okay? Then we are going to chain 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, halfway there, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Okay, double check because I have been crocheting for over 40 years and I still double check my work. So I want to make sure I have 40. So I'm counting each one of these little kind of hearts, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Excellent. Okay. Without twisting your stitches, you are going to go back to the very first chain. Go through it. It's a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. We're going to slip stitch to form a ring. We're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, your chain 3 does not count as a stitch. Now we're going to do double crochets in every chain around, okay? So yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. That's a double crochet. So let's do it again. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. I want you to do that all the way around. You should end up with 40 stitches, not counting that chain 3. Do that, meet me back. So we've gone all the way around. So now what we're going to do in our chain 3 here, we are going to slip stitch. Okay. Slip stitch on there. And then we're going to chain up 3 again. Now, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So, double crochet in that stitch, a double crochet in this stitch, and now here's where we're going to start the pattern. We're going to do a double crochet, so yarn over, but we're going around the post. Okay, and completing our double crochet. So you see how that makes this pop out? So to check your work, you're going to have 1 stitch in the back there that's not worked. And then in your next stitch, you're going to do a double crochet and a double crochet, and then you're going to do a double crochet around the post. Okay, see that? Okay, so to check your work, in the back there's one that's not worked. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches, and then 1 around the post. I want you to do this all the way around, okay guys? All the way around. Do that and meet me back. Okay, so we've done that all the way around. So now we're going to slip stitch into the chain, the 3rd chain of the chain 3. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I ended off with 1 double crochet. Just a regular one. Okay, so now we have our 2 double crochet that were just in stitches. So now for these ones, to make the waffle, we're going to yarn over, go around from the back, that post, pull through, go through 2 loops, through 2 loops. So see, we went around the back and it makes this little ridge. So let's do it again. Yarn over, go from the back, around the post, pull through, and then on the one that we went around the front of the post, we're going to just do a regular double crochet. Okay, so you see that? That gives us this ridge. We have 2 stitches that weren't worked because we went around the posts instead. Okay, let's do it again. Yarn over, going from the back, around that post, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go around the next post, 2 loops, yarn over, and just do a regular double crochet in the stitch from the stitch on the previous row where we had gone around the post. So see, this is what we're making. This is where we're getting our waffle. Okay, so let's do that again. Yarn over, around the back, pull through, do your double crochet, around the back, pull through, do your double crochet, and then do a regular double crochet. Okay guys, I want you to do that all the way around for that row, and then you're going to be repeating these 2 rows until you have a total of 10 stitches, okay? So, or 10 rows, not 10 stitches, total of 10 rows. So, this first was the foundation row. We're counting that as one of our rows. Then we started going around posts, which is our second, and the one where we're going around the post from behind is our third. So I want you to keep going until you have 10. Do that, meet me back. So we are finished our 10 rows. I'm going to slip stitch into the chain 3, the top of the chain 3, just like we've been doing. We're going to chain up 3. Okay, now we are going to turn our work. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to keep going. Okay, so now we're going to divide our stitches to make our back and our chest. So we're going to work on the back right now. So we're going to stay in pattern, okay? So in pattern would be go around the front of the post. Okay, so we're going to pick up 20 stitches. So staying in pattern. So we've done 1, 2, 3 goes in the stitch, 3, 4, 5, into the stitch is 6, 7 around, 8 around. 9 is in the stitch. 10 around. 11 around. 12 in the stitch. 13 around. 14 around. 15 into the stitch. 16 around. 17 around. 18 into the stitch. 19 around, and 20 is around. Okay, let's count our stitches because there's nothing wrong with counting stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and we're not counting this as a stitch. So we got 20, so that's what we wanted. Okay, so now we're going to chain up 3. And we're going to turn our work because we're just working on these stitches. Okay, but now we're going to do everything kind of wonky, right? Because we need to get... So, first... first one in here will be... Sorry, I just have to think this through. Okay, so... we're gonna go, we chain up 3, and then we're gonna go into the stitch, into the stitch, and then instead of going around the post from the front, we're gonna go around the post from the back. And you're probably thinking why I'm doing it like that, but that's because we're keeping this design, right? So then we're going to go into the stitch, into the stitch, around the post from behind. Okay, so see, we're having those stitches that are skipped, like I told you to look for when we did that first row in the round. So if you're using the pattern, because some people learn visually and other people would like to have the written pattern. So if you've decided to get the written pattern, this would be like row 1A. Or row 1B. 2A. I don't know. Anyway, it would be a row, not a round. That's so funny. I don't even know. I wing all these, so I have to think about how to word it, what I'm doing, because it's just easier for me to do. I'm a doer. So if you haven't had a chance, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Okay. And hit the little bell for notifications of when I do new videos. The other thing to do, though, is to just check back on Thursdays. I try and do new videos every Thursday. Okay, so we're done our last stitch. This chain didn't count as a stitch, so we're going to chain 3 and turn our work. Now, so see, we did that so that it's continuing with the post part. So now we're going to go around that, because we want a ridge. So we're going to go, how do I do that? Because I want this to stick out, right? So I'm going around the post from, okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, sorry. So I'm going around the post from the back. Did that work? Around the post from the back to give that. And then we're just gonna double crochet in here. And then we're going around the post from the back. Yeah. Right? That first one looks wonky. Chain up 3. And then we're going around the post. That's what I did. Okay, so you want to bring your crochet hook behind your chain 3, your chain up 3, and then you want to do that. There we go. And then you would go around like that. Okay, do you see what I did different there? I hope you saw it. Yeah, because it was sitting wonky before. Yeah, so that pushes those 2 forward. Okay, anyway, we're gonna do a total of 6 rows. So we did 1, 2, we're starting on 3. We want a total of 6 of these rows to make up our back. So do that and meet me back and stay in pattern. We have finished our 6 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make sure you count those stitches, guys. I caught a mistake. And you know how I caught it? By counting my stitches. Count your stitches. Okay, we're going to leave a big loop and a little bit of a tail. We're going to very gently pull the tail through the loop because we're going to come back to pick that out later, okay? Now we are going back to the stitches that we did not work. We are going in here and we are going to, I hold my yarn at the back and I pull through and I'm going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. We are not working the chest section in pattern. We are just doing it simple. So we are going to crochet 20 double crochets along the stitches, okay? So yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, 2 loops. We are not counting the chain 3 as a stitch. So go all the way across. If you get to the end, you have no more stitches left, that means that you didn't connect into the right one, okay? So make sure that you connected into the right one. So you should end up with 20 stitches. Meet me back. So I did my 20 double crochets across. I'm going to chain up 3. Okay, now we're going to make some magic here. Because we don't want the chest to pucker too much in between your pet's legs, because this is good for dogs. This is also good for small cats. I've even had someone purchase one of my sweaters and use them on piglets. So because you don't want it to bunch up, we're going to decrease and taper this chest part, okay? In order to decrease, here's how we're going to do. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through, go through the first 2 loops. Yarn over into the next stitch, pull through, go through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, go through the 2 loops or the 3 loops remaining, okay? So that's a decrease. That turned 2 stitches into 1. So we are going to have 18 stitches on this row. So when you get to 17, we'll do the next 2 together to make it 18. Okay, so that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we're at 17. So these next 2 stitches we're going to turn into 1. So here, I wanted to show you this again. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through 2 loops. You have 2 loops on your crochet hook still. Yarn over into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through 2 loops. You have 3 stitches, 3 loops on your crochet hook. I want you to yarn over and go through those 3 loops, and that turned 2 stitches into 1. So now we have 18 stitches. We're going to chain up 3, turn our work, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to decrease on each end until we're down to 10 stitches, okay? So you guys do that and meet me back. There we go. We're down to 10 stitches. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my reach for my back panel, and in the chain 3, the top of the chain 3, I am going to slip stitch, and this is making the leg holes. Okay, so slip stitch and then chain up 3, make your loop big. We're going to go over to the one that I told you to just do very loosely. We're going to pick that out, make our loop a little bigger again, and we're going to use the tail and reach across to the chain 3, the top of the chain 3 from the chest part, and we are going to slip stitch. Okay, and now we're going to pull our tail through our loop, and this time we're pulling tight, and I just tuck that down the middle so it stays out of the way. Now going back here, so we're going to continue. So let's see, we're doing the edging of our waffle. So it would be go around the post, but we're going to be going like around both of them because it was put 2 together. Okay, so around the post and around the post for the next one, and then it would be just a regular, so we're skipping 2, and it would be just a regular double crochet, and then we are going around the post 1 and around the post 2, and then a regular double crochet. We should line up with the other side. I hope this works. Okay, pull through, around the post, and then a regular crochet, a double crochet, and then, okay, so we're supposed to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We don't count the chain 3, so 1 more, 9. So we're going to go around the posts, and around the post. Oops. And then oh, I did something wrong there. Around the post and around the post, and then a regular double crochet. Nope. Let's see. Around the post. Oh, that's why. It's because it's where we joined. Okay, and then a regular double crochet. Whoops. Then around the post. And around the post. And then a double crochet. There we go. Okay, we're back on track. Sorry, I just had to get us there. If for those of you who are using the pattern, this will probably work easier because I've already figured it out once when I wrote the pattern. So there we go. And now we're just back in pattern. And then in the post. So finish off this round and then do the next round, like continuing in pattern, and meet me back. I said to do the 2 rows. I actually want you to do 4 total. So do another 2 rows if you met me back when I asked you to. We're going to do another 2 rows and that'll finish off this sweater. Yeah, so see, I did 1, 2, and we're doing another 2 rows staying in pattern. So do that, then meet me back, and I'll show you how to hide your threads if you need help with that. And if you don't need help with that, then you're pretty much done after you're done the 4 rows. But meet me back anyway, and I'll tell you a couple of little things about a couple of interesting things that are in the description. So here we go. I have done the 4 pattern rows. I'm slip stitching 2. Come on now, don't be like that. The top of the chain 3, making a big loop, cutting my yarn, and pulling my tail through my loop. Okay, guys, we've done it. This is your dog sweater. Now, if you're wondering why this kind of bunches a lot, or not a lot, a little, you can block your work. Some people block their work all the time. Honestly, when I sell them and when I use them for my little dog, unfortunately she's passed away, but when she would wear things like this little bit of it wasn't a big deal. So I don't even bother blocking. But if you want to have it perfect, some people are perfectionist. I am so not one of them. Yeah, you can fix that right up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this inside out, and I'm just going to quickly show you how I hide the threads. If you're already a pro at hiding threads, then you don't have to watch this. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. But if you want a refresher on hiding your threads, this is what I do. I go through some of the stitches. I don't go through to the front. I just do on the back loops. And then I'm coming out here. You see how I'm coming out there? I go a little bit behind it and I go through some more loops. And then I go a little bit behind that, and I go through some more loops. And I'm only going through the back loops. I'm not going through to the front. You don't have to knot this, because by going back a little bit and then going forward, it's called a back stitch. And people who do cross stitch and stuff like that, they use it all the time, and it doesn't unravel, because you're like basically giving it a little bit of an anchor. This is one of the reasons I make my sweaters the way I do, is that I only have 4 or 5 threads to hide, and I hate with a capital H hiding threads. I don't know about you, but it is not my favorite thing to do. So one of the things that they suggest when you do YouTube videos is a call to action. And my call to action for you guys is, I really love finding out where my viewers are from. So if you want to leave a comment where you're watching from, or even if you're on holiday and just wanted to do a quick little project, and I would just love to hear where everyone's from. It just, I don't know. I love it. Like, I sent a package, stuff I made to Paris the other day. And I'm like, that's just so cool. You know, I think people forget that crafters, every time they make anything, that, you know, it's a little piece of them that they send away, right? So, you know, if you're going by that analogy, then I just sent a little piece of me to Paris, and that's really cool, because I don't think I'll ever get to Paris. Okay, so see, and that's how I hide my threads. So, the description. I want you guys to check out the description, because I put links in the description to my Etsy store, to my my crochet Etsy store, which will have patterns and stuff like that. I also have 2 other Etsy stores. I have a jewelry making one, where you can find earring cards and things like that. If you have ever made followed any of my earring tutorials. I also have a journaling Etsy store, and what I have started doing is making journals. And so I have all kinds of things in there to help people. Well, not to help people, but like journals and things like that. Stickers for journals, and handmade paper, crafting paper, all kinds of things like that. So I'll put a link for that in my description as well. I'll put my link tree in the description, which will have also things like my Pinterest and yeah, different things like that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And, you know, thank you for all the support all my viewers give me. I never thought in a million years this would go as far as it has gone. And I just have to thank everyone. Thank you so much for supporting my work, and yeah. Anyway, have a great day. Bye, guys.